million in his pocket.
I mean, not to go back to the who gets credit. This is one thing I think we do know. If the Republicans were not able to take these seats that they took tonight, there would be a cavalcade of criticism on Donald Trump. Trump lost these seats. Yeah. Trump should have taken these seats. It was Trump's fault. Look, he went to all these cities and he couldn't turn out the vote. I believe if Donald Trump hadn't done that massive rally in Texas last week and hadn't been there, and Don Trump Jr., which I think nobody's talked about tonight, Donnie Trump Jr. went all over the country. And I think he had a big impact on this race as well. If the president hadn't done those rallies in some of these key areas, I don't know if Ted Cruz would have won. And the party is coming home to Trump. I mean, the party is unified. That doesn't mean they agree with everything he tweets or they like every position on immigration. I'm not saying that. But I think most in the party realize that if you're not aligned behind the basic principles of kind of this conservative populist approach of Trump, not his tone necessarily, but his policies, you're not going anywhere. And by contrast, the Democrats are going home to more of a Ocasio-Cortez party, which I think in 2020, to Carl's point, that's going to be a tough sell. I don't think that works.
I don't think that's a fair thing to say about the Democrats. I think that is a complete mischaracterization.
Okay, go ahead.
Laura, if you look at the Democrats who are winning across Abigail Spanberger, Jennifer Wexton, look at them. I think the reason that they're winning is not because they went far left, it's because they got women who have military or intelligence credentials. And there's this caricature out there. Let's wait and see what the Democratic margin is. Let's see where they won. And let's see what their policies are. And, you know, if you're going to give the Republicans credit for holding on to the Senate, then I think you have to give the Democrats credit for actually flipping the House.
Well, all right, Dana, weigh in here.
Well, I think I'm interested in the urban versus rural split, and I think you've seen this in all of these races. It was evident in 2016. I think it's deepened in 2018. And just talking about the Senate and the House and how these parties think about what 2018 meant to them, what messages they ran on, what they believe in, and how do they go forward in 2020? Because can Republicans figure out a way to make inroads into the cities? Is it possible for them to do that? I think so, but they're going to have to try. And vice versa with the Democrats. They have not talked about immigration. They tried to avoid it. They were very disciplined in their message in talking about health care. And maybe that pays off for them right in the House. But then the question, I guess, for the left and the right is, OK, then now what do you do about it legislatively? If you are going to have split government going into 2020, which, as we all know, that's a big deal, can they come to find some sort of agreement that the American people can support? Or will it just be more fighting? And these are the very same issues that we'll be talking about 2 years from now.
We are having split government, according to the Fox News desk.
Yes, let me amend my verb.
Yes. Otherwise, Starwell will be back out here telling us. We have a couple race calls to make. First, in Colorado, Democratic Congressman Jared Polis becomes